Sagittarius, hi. So this is going to be a reading for the month of November 2024, and I'll do the reading for you and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Saggy. Ooh, tough beginning of the reading. The overall energy for the reading, the Nine of Wands. There's some things in here that you may not want to deal with, or you're not very pleased that you're dealing with them. But starting off the reading, you get the Wheel of Fortune crossed by the Chariot. There's a massive change here that's at play. You're in the middle of a massive change. Now, I don't know what kind of change. I just see it as being massive. But kind of like meant to be. Kind of a deal. In your focus, the Death card. This part of the reading shows up like really down in energies, like really, but there is a loss of some sort that's shown up here, so I'm not surprised. And then there's you being like, I don't want to, like you're not gonna be open, especially in the recent past. You got the Sun, there's happiness there, you're coming from a good place, and then everything drops. So you're not going to come from a happy place and being like, oh, you know, low vibration energies, I can't wait to deal with this. Oh yeah, bring it on, you know. No, there's going to be a little bit of what the fuck, you know. So I'm not sure what this is about yet, but we'll see. As I said, in the recent past, the Sun, there's happy times there. In your strength, the Eight of Cups. I don't know if that's a strength. You could take it as that, but I don't know, because you're kind of saying here, I have the ability to disconnect and not feel shit. And I'm like, well, I'm not sure if that's the best bet for you, but okay. In the immediate future, the Three of Swords, the pain of all of this is coming to the surface. Supporting this reading, though, the Knight of Swords. So yeah, you're kind of pushing through. You're not letting this take you down and keep you there. You know, like, oh, okay, let me just be feeling nothing according to your plans here, and then pain comes in, and then you're going to feel it even if you don't want to feel it, and then just stay there for a minute, you know, or a year or 2 or 10. You're like, okay, we got to keep on pushing through, you know. So that would be a good energy, as long as you're also healing what's at play, you know, or letting it play out. The energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, the Ace of Cups. There's a lot of love here surrounding you. It sucks when I see things like this, because if you're going through something right now and it's not pleasant at all, and I tell you that I see energies that are saying this is for the better, but you'll only see this later, you're not going to understand that. You know, you're probably going to come back with something like, how the fuck can this be for the better? You know, when I'm hurting, like, I've been there, you know. So I know most of us have been there. So I know you're not probably going to hear it, but that's kind of what I'm getting here with this energy. In the hopes and fears, the Ace of Pentacles, but you are hoping that, you know, you'll get past this and you'll be okay, and there'll be better days ahead. For the potential outcome, the Emperor. Yeah, there you go. Stepping back into your power and just shaking this off, and then being like, okay, another experience that I've gone through that potentially is bringing a lot of healing. But let's see here. Let's clarify. Let me clarify the Nine of Wands. The Ace of Swords, the Tower, the Four of Swords. Man, this almost feels like one of those, I really don't want to do it. I don't know what it is, but really showing up as almost like you have to do something, and then pulling back from that saying, I really don't want to do this. You know? But kind of giving it a thought too. So, okay. Let's do the Wheel of Fortune. The Page of Wands, the Lovers, the King of Pentacles. Let me do the Chariot too. The Empress, the High Priestess, the Eight of Wands. There's some shifts that are happening within a connection that you have close by, potentially the closest to you at this time. The energies surrounding this connection feel really, really good from an energetic standpoint, but there's some massive changes at play. Potentially in the physical that are affecting you personally. Let me see the Death card. The Page of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Five of Swords. That's what it felt like. It's something's going on. There's some very deep, pressing kinds of energies around you at this time. I don't know where they're coming from. I don't think they're from this connection. I think they're coming from someplace else. It might affect this connection though. Because I kind of see you here being like, you know, everything's fine, everything's great. And then you wake up tomorrow and you're like, I'm done. I'm done with all of this. Done with this connection. I'm done. What's the point? So instead of kind of trying to figure out if that's the case, that these energies are coming out of the blue and just affecting you in that way, instead of figuring out what the fuck is this? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Let me check it out. You're kind of taking it out on everything that's around you, and that seems to be working out just fine. You know? And again, I can get that too. Where the fuck are these energies coming from? Did something happen now? Recently? Or is this an old energy? Kind of just blasting you right now. I'm not sure. But it's coming in strong. Freaking Scorpio season, man. That's what you get. I think I'm one of those fire signs. Those few ones that love fucking Scorpio season. It brings out such heavy shit and deep that it's like, makes you wonder, makes you question things for sure. For the Sun, in the recent past, you get the Eight of Pentacles, the World card, the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, something's working out here. Something's great. But it's not something in particular. You're kind of giving me a sense of, you know, for a little while there in your past, things went pretty well, especially tied up to whatever you're building on, whatever you're focused on, and whatever you're creating for you as your reality. So you're going from one stage to another, basically, and pointing at that and kind of surrounding that with the energy of happiness, saying, that, you know, that was good. That was, so it's almost like your evolution, you know, what got you in this place. And now these energies are blasting you. And you're like, okay, but what about that? Like, are you going to just throw all of that away? Like, you worked for nothing all this time? You did, you know, because there's almost like a deep sense of what's the point, you know? To all the things I'm doing, to the people I'm connected to. It's not depressive. It's not that. It's just a massive fucking energy that hits you like a train. And I'm like, where is it coming from? Something happened that, you know, let this energy loose here. I don't feel it as depression. For some of you, yeah, you could feel it like that, definitely. But I don't feel it like that. I just feel it as a massive energy that's hovering around you. Above you, actually. And it's like, think of it like that dark, rainy cloud. And then you're walking and it walks with you. And at some point, you're going to leave it behind. For the Eight of Cups, you get the King of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Four of Wands, and it's affecting your relationships. There's all sorts of commitments I'm seeing here. There's all sorts of good stuff attached to you. And all of everything that's kind of blasting you at this time, you're pouring it out there into these energies that you're tied up to. And not in the greatest way. I kind of get the sense that if you're not trying to figure out what this is, you're just going to lash out at everything. Because again, it all comes from the premises of what's the point. So if you're going at something with the idea of what's the point, you're going to ruin that. Because there is no point to it, right? You got to prove yourself right. So it's very subconscious and very projecting kinds of energies out of something that you may not even know is there. Truly, or you may not question. For the Three of Swords, you get the Six of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Hangman. Yeah, there's already a connection here that seems to be taken off. Very heartbreaking, very painful, very what the fuck is happening. But as I said, all of this is pouring down into all sorts of connections you have with others. And there's one that says, I'm out. That might be your wake-up call. That might be like, what the fuck is happening here? What's going on? Why is this happening? You know, that might be your turn towards the cloud. And starting to address that. Because the reading does turn right about here. You know, the energies definitely turn. For the Knight of Swords, in the supportive energies, you get the Two of Pentacles, the Devil, the Judgment card. Yeah. You're definitely in a place of, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I need to keep pushing, and I need to figure things out as I'm pushing. What the fuck is this? Because it creates a very unhealthy energy for you, or a way of approaching things, a distorted way of approaching things. Because you've been surrounded by this energy, and I don't know for how long. I kind of see it recent. I kind of see it that it's just hitting you. It just hit you. And then everything is starting to unfold from under that cloud. And then with that, when somebody splits off and says, goodbye, I'm not doing this anymore, that's what makes you kind of question things. That's what makes you... Because you can only do this for so long, where you would go into these situations, you would probably be like, it's their fault, they're crazy, they're this, they're that. But when you see that everybody's kind of energetically at least splitting away from you, then hold on, what, is it me? Do I smell? You know, I don't know. You gotta start asking yourself about yourself at some point. And again, it's not that you do it on purpose. You're most likely not even knowing about the cloud. You don't even know that these are just energies that are kind of hovering there for you to deal with something. I don't know where they're coming from. I feel like something happened to bring them out to the surface. Something around you may have happened, even far away from you, but it's connected to you somehow, that it affects you in some way, that you get under this, you know, what's the point cloud. Let me do the Ace of Cups in the hidden energies. The Death card, the Page of Swords, the Queen of Cups. The Death card again. What the fuck happened here? This is almost showing up because it's associated to this Death card in your focus. So if something happened here, a loss of some sort, and you are looking at it from the perspective of, oh, okay, you know, it sucks, it's hard, but I'll get over it. Like taking it almost lightly, almost, which is very deceptive from what I'm seeing here. That wasn't the point. That wasn't the point to that. The point was love. From this, can we sustain, can we keep love alive if something died here? This is very, definitely, if this was, again, maybe you're dealing with something that happened really far away from you but connected to you at the same time, and you may have thought, because there's distance there, I'm gonna get over this. It's not gonna be pleasant, but I'm gonna get over it, it's gonna be fine, like almost lightly. It's deeper than that, because there's a deeper meaning to it. It's not about, how you're gonna get past it. Are you gonna? Or are you gonna fuck it up? Yeah, it's not about that. It's, can you keep your heart open through it all? Can you find love in that? Wow, this went really deep. I didn't expect that. This reading would go there for you. Let's do the Ace of Pentacles, your hopes and fears, the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the King of Swords. It's like, well, I'm dealing with it exactly like I did in the past. Something moved away or moved on, and now I have to move on too, right? That's the logical way of doing it. Now, yes, okay, from the logical perspective, but there's a deeper lesson to this whole situation. If you're doing it by the book, if you're doing it with, what makes sense, yeah, you're gonna handle it in the same way you did before. You lost something or someone, you moved on eventually. But did you heal anything? Did you learn anything from all of those experiences? And I'm sure you have. But in this one in particular, even though it seems quite small, it brings out this massive cloud for you. And then the deeper lesson to it is, can you keep your heart open through it all? No matter what happens, no matter how painful it is, It's almost like at the end of the day, the lesson is just love. And you're bringing in the mind and saying, well, I gotta do it like I know how to do it. Okay, but sometimes you gotta try something else, per universal suggestions. For the Emperor, in the potential outcome, you get the Justice card, the Six of Wands, the Two of Cups. You'll overcome this. This is you coming out of that cloud and coming back to a sense of balance and a sense of happiness and a sense of love. So you'll definitely overcome this. This is not, again, I feel like at the end of the day, this is not even about you overcoming this or not. This is about, what are you taking out of this experience? What is this here for? To teach you. What is it teaching you? Because this is about a pretty subtle but huge, deep lesson about loss, which involves the opposite of that. Life, love, basically. So you've got a pretty cool reading over here. Your cloud is pretty cool. Let me see what the universe has to close it off. You're coming back full circle for sure. Coming out of the cloud. From the universe, you get the Six of Wands, the Hangman, the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you're gonna learn the lesson too, because you're showing up as being open. Whatever this experience has to teach me, I'm here for it. So you're gonna learn it. You're definitely learning it through quite the pressing energies. You're coming out on top of it, and not only that, you got some aha moments you're taking with you from this one. Let's do the how did you get in here? The Divine Animals Oracle. No, I want this one. Seahorse. Equality. Number 14. All right. Seek equality in relationships, in particular intimate ones. You will attract what you resonate. You can decide your future. Hiding from our fears is rarely a good strategy. It is time to ensure that the domestic and emotional labor in your world is shared equally. Mythos. It is said that the beautiful sea nymph Salacia was happy and content, and that she kept a sea garden of beautiful corals and seahorses. The king of all the seas, the great Neptune, saw her one day and set his heart upon her, wanting her for his wife. Salacia was inexperienced. I don't know this word. I don't know how to. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck it is. Chaste. I don't know. And inexperienced and feared Neptune. She was afraid that he would take her away from all she loved, or worse, so she hid from him in one of the furthest oceans. Neptune meant no harm or disrespect to Salacia and searched for her, sending his favorite dolphin to look. The dolphin found Salacia and her seahorses, and they explained her fears to him. The dolphin assured them that they would be happy with Neptune, and Salacia would not lose the things she most loved. Salacia consented to marriage, and Neptune loved and honored her. She wore pearls in her hair and rode in a pearl shell chariot drawn by both seahorses and dolphins to signify the equal union. The animal. If you ever see a seahorse in the flesh, you will attest to how wondrous these animals are. Swimming upright, this bony fish without scales has a distinctive horse-shaped head and a tail they wrap around sea vegetation. They are very beautiful and can appear in a variety of colors. They range in size from a tiny 1.5 centimeters to a more robust 14 centimeters, but all move in supremely delicate ways. Most have propulsion system made up of rapidly oscillating fins, including the dorsal fin, and they often float with the current to get from place to place. They have no teeth and suck up their food. One of the most famous things about seahorses is their reproductive cycle and the high involvement of the male in rearing their young. Seahorses have elaborate courtship rituals that can last for many days prior to the actual mating. When they are ready, the male opens his brood pouch, which contains the sperm. The female deposits her unfertilized eggs into the pouch, and the pouch closes. The eggs are fertilized, and the baby seahorses grow within the male's brood pouch, protected by him. His pouch makes him look quite pregnant. When they are at a sustainable age between 5 and 2,500 little seahorses are ejected from the pouch. The magic. Like most ocean-based elemental magic, the keys here are flow and fluidity. However, seahorse magic can be best utilized around issues of equality. If you want to be seen as an equal, or you are being discriminated against in sex, race, or status, you can ask for the help of seahorse energy and receive balance and justice. Symbology. Seahorse head, seahorse pulling a chariot, beautiful sea goddess with seahorses. Status. There are 43 species of seahorses, the majority of which are vulnerable or endangered. I just realized I never seen one in real life, maybe at the aquarium or something, but like in real life. They're quite fascinating little creatures. But that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.